Part 2, Estimating Ending Inventory. In this example, we're going to cover average cost and conventional retail. What I'm going to do is give you a model, and then we're going to work through a couple of problems. Okay, estimating ending inventory. The retail method is used by retailers like Sears and JCPenney's to value inventory without a physical count by converting retail prices to cost. It can be used for financial reporting under GAAP. Now first, what I'd like to do is cover the various types of transactions associated with retail sales, because it's where you include these as part of totals to come up with a percentage. It's going to be determined based on the method you use. So we start with our beginning inventory, and that's always an add, and we will get that at cost and retail. We will then add purchases at cost and retail. Purchase returns and allowances, which we have to remember you always subtract. You'll get purchase discount, which are going to be subtracted, but you'll only have those at cost. Freight in, we would add in. Then we would have our markups. Markups are when we add more, increase the price, and then we have markup cancellations. What you always want to do is subtract the markup cancellations from the markups if you see both, and we're going to add that, and we're only going to have that for retail. Then we have markdowns when they decide, oh, let's put this on sale, 20% off for this weekend, and then we have markdown cancellations. Remember, we always want to subtract the markdown cancellations from the markdowns, and the total is going to be deducted from retail. Abnormal shortages. Abnormal shortages are shortages that are not estimated in the sales price, and we're going to deduct these. They may include spoilage, breakage, or theft. Again, abnormal shortages have not been estimated into the selling price, so they are always deducted before calculating the retail percentage, regardless of the method used. So you always want to remember that. If it says abnormal or not planned, that's going to be treated differently than normal shortages, which are estimated as part of the sales price. These we're going to deduct from retail. Then we're going to have employee discounts, which are going to be deducted. And remember, normal shortages, estimated and included in the sales price, and employee discounts are treated as adjustments that are made after the retail percentage calculation, again, regardless of the method used. So now let's go over some of the methods. In this presentation, Part 2, we're going to cover average cost and conventional retail method. In Part 3, we'll cover LIFO retail method and dollar value retail. Okay, retail inventory method. When we talk about average cost, here's the key. Compute the cost to retail ratio after markups and markdowns. That's net markups and net markdowns. So now what I'm going to do is walk you through the formula. So we start with beginning inventory. We're going to add purchases. We're going to deduct purchase returns and allowances and purchase discounts. We're going to add in freight. And this sometimes is given to you as net purchases. We're then going to add in net markups. We're going to subtract out net markdowns and abnormal shortages, and that's going to give us total cost of goods available for sale. Excuse me. Again, that's going to give us total cost of goods available for sale at cost and retail. And now we can do our percentage, which is going to be applied to ending inventory at retail. And it's going to be our cost divided by retail at this point. We're then going to subtract out our net sales, which is always sales minus sales returns and allowances and sales discounts, and any normal shortages. and employee discounts. Now that's going to give us ending inventory at retail. We're going to use our percentage to determine ending inventory, which is going to be the cost at retail times the percentage. Is going to give you your ending inventory at cost. We're going to subtract that from our total cost of goods available for sale at cost, and that's going to give us our estimated cost of goods sold. Now what we're going to do is work through the same problem for at least 3 of the methods, and here it is. So you might want to look at this and possibly write this down so you can see where everything goes. But again, if I were to look at this, I would look first for my beginning inventory, which it has. I would then add my purchases, add my freight, add my markups minus my markup cancellations. I would then go to my markdowns and subtract out my markdown cancellations and subtract those. I would also include my abnormal shortages and also my purchase returns, which I would subtract out to get my total cost of goods available for sale to determine my percentage. So now let's walk through this program using our average cost method. So again, we're going to start with beginning inventory plus purchases minus freight, purchase, returns, and allowance, plus freight. And then what I'm going to do is add up my net markups and subtract out my net markdowns. And I'm going to subtract out my abnormal shortages to get my total cost of goods available for sale at cost and retail. Now I can do my cost to retail percentage, and I come with 0.593. Now, how far you go out, it depends on what they tell you to do on the homework. Now, what I'm going to do out of retail, I'm going to subtract out my net sales, my normal shortages, and employee discounts so that I can get my estimated ending inventory at retail, which comes out to be 494.3. What I'm going to do then is take that amount and convert it to cost. And I'm going to take it times that 0.593 percentage that I came up with. And that tells me my ending inventory at using average cost method is going to be 293.120. That's my estimated ending inventory. I'm going to subtract that out of my estimated total cost of goods available for sale at cost, and that gives me my estimated cost of goods sold. Now let's take a look at another method. In this method, we're going to do the conventional method. And in this case, when we use this, we're going to compute the cost to retail ratio. And in this example, it's going to be before markdowns. So now let's take a look at what that formula looks like. Again, we're going to still come up with beginning inventory purchases, less purchase returns and allowance, less discounts. We're going to add in freight. We're going to add in markups, and we're going to subtract out abnormal shortages, but we're not going to include markdowns when we calculate our percentage. That is the difference between the previous method. Then what we're going to do is subtract out our net markdowns, and that's going to give us total cost of goods available for sale with markdowns. We're now going to subtract our sales, our normal shortages, and employee discounts. And then we're going to take that estimated ending inventory at retail times our percentage, and that's going to give our estimated cost associated with ending inventory. We subtract that from our total cost of goods available for sale with markdowns, and we're going to end up with an estimated cost of goods sold. So now again, let's walk through the same problem. And here's our problem again. Same problem. Now let's walk through the conventional method. Again, we're going to take our beginning inventory, purchase returns and allowances, freight in, net markdowns, and abnormal shortages. And we're going to get our total cost of goods available for sale and retail without markdowns. And we're going to use this to determine our percentage, which comes out to be 0.582. Then we're going to less our markdowns. We're going to subtract sales, normal shortages, and employee discounts. And then we're going to use our percentages to convert our ending inventory to cost. We're going to subtract that from our total cost of goods available for sale. And we're going to end up with an estimate for our cost of goods sold. That concludes this presentation. And we'll move on to part 3.